What's going on, dudes? It is David here. We're back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be discussing Jayden Daniels, the quarterback for the Washington Commanders that I think a lot of people have been surprised by when it comes to this season. Now, we're going to be taking a look at Jayden Daniels' stats through his first couple of games in the NFL season, and a good reason as to why a lot of people are saying he's going to be the Offensive Rookie of the Year, and it's really hard to deny that. His first game against Tampa Bay, which has a good defense, he went 17 of 24, only did not complete seven of his passes, 184 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. But he had 16 carries, 88 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns. In your first NFL game against a Tampa Bay defense, at the time where Tampa Bay's defense was actually really fucking good, that is impressive. Then you go on to play the Giants, and 23 for 29, didn't complete 6% of his passes, 226 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks, 10 carries, 44 yards, 0 touchdowns. This game was a definite weird game for Jayden Daniels. And considering the fact that the Commanders had to come back and win this game by 3 points by field goal, a lot could have changed. Then you went on to play Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. And you beat Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. 21 of 23. 254 yards. 2 touchdowns. 12 carries. 39 yards. And a rushing touchdown against Joe Burrow's Cincinnati Bengals. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Zach Taylor, I don't think Zach Taylor is a very good coach. I just think he's fortunate enough to have Joe Burrow as his quarterback and Jamar Chase as his number 1 receiver. Because otherwise, this Cincinnati Bengals team would not be as good as everybody expects. Then you go on and play Arizona. And I don't know what it is about Jayden Daniels. He just knows how to complete passes. 26 of 30, 233 yards, 1 touchdown, and he finally throws his first pick. 8 carries, 47 yards, a rushing touchdown. This guy just knows how to run. Bro, I'll be like, if you go to take Jayden Daniels to get you a rushing touchdown, he's going to get you a rushing touchdown. Not after this week, though, because the next 5 games, he has not had a rushing touchdown. Then you go on to play Cleveland. And I think this is probably kind of a bad game for him. And considering what I consider a bad game for him, 14 to 25, the most incomplete passes he's had in his NFL career, 238 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 11 carries, 82 yards, 0 touchdowns. Still an overall decent game. I mean, he didn't complete as many passes as I expected him to, but still. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I play fantasy. I play fantasy football, and Jayden Daniels is my quarterback. He is my number 1 guy. I literally have the 2 best quarterbacks in fantasy at this moment right now. One is Jayden Daniels, the other is Baker Mayfield, and that has been consistently winning me games over the past couple of weeks. Then he plays Baltimore in his second loss. Sorry, because I forgot he lost the first week against Tampa Bay. In the second loss against Baltimore, he was 24 of 35, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 carries, 22 yards. Which I believe, and yes, I am correct, that is the least amount of rushing yards he's ever had. But considering he went up against Baltimore's run defense, which is going to be top in the NFL, that makes perfect sense. But still, 269 yards against Baltimore's pass defense, which Baltimore, I think, has the worst pass defense in the NFL, it's not really shocking. Carolina, injured. He was 2 of 2 before he got hurt. 6 yards. Can't really talk about the Carolina game because he got hurt. And then he came back against Chicago this past weekend, was 21 to 38, 326 yards, his first 300-yard game of his NFL career, 1 touchdown, 8 carries, 52 yards, 0 touchdowns. This, by far, is a very good quarterback. Jayden Daniels out of LSU is going to be a very good quarterback. And I'm going to say this right now. Out of all the quarterbacks that have come out of this draft, I think that from what I'm seeing and based off of how the head coach is and how the head coach is coaching him, I think Jayden Daniels will be the second best quarterback out of this draft. Yes, you heard me right. Second best quarterback. There is another quarterback that I believe once he fixes his mistakes and learns, like, gets better over time, I think that he has a potential of being better than Jayden Daniels. And you see how good Jayden Daniels is performing in this first NFL season. Jayden Daniels is performing how CJ Stroud, or not to the level of CJ Stroud, but he's performing on a level that nobody really expected him to. In terms of his 2024 NFL regular season stats, he has 1,736 passing yards. Remember, he's not really that much of a passer. I think he's like a mixed dual threat. 7 touchdowns, 2 picks, and a QBR rating of 72.7, which is fifth in the NFL. 7 touchdowns, tied for 22nd in the NFL. 2 interceptions, tied for 43rd in terms of the NFL. And having only 2 picks as a rookie quarterback, considering what Drake May is doing, what Bo Nix is doing, what Caleb Williams is doing, they're all these guys are throwing picks. All these guys are throwing picks. And then I think what was the quarterback's name out of? I forgot the quarterback's name out of Michigan that got hurt before the season, but I believe that he would have probably thrown a couple picks by now. But still, Jayden Daniels, he's 23. He's 3 years younger than me. He's 6'4", 210, and this guy can move. This guy can move. But like I said, I take a look at this. Jayden Daniels, his numbers putting up right now, and he's doing this all in the Commanders division. And the Commanders are a team I thought was going to finish second bottom, and they are right now second from the top. They can actually legitimately. They haven't played Dallas yet. I want to see what he does against that. I want to see what he does against Dallas. If Dallas's pass defense is so bad and the run defense is so bad, I expect Jayden Daniels to rush over close to 100 yards. That run defense of the Dallas Cowboys cannot, they can't stop a single thing. He's going to play the Giants again this weekend. And if he plays a better game than his first game against the Giants, and then he still has to play Philadelphia twice and watch him do something against Philadelphia. I swear to you, if Jayden Daniels doesn't have, if he has a freaking spectacular game against the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to change my mind and I say he's going to be the best quarterback out of this draft. But as of this moment right now, and I'm going based off the way they're playing, the way they've been playing, and how they're going to get better and their coaching situation, I think that Jayden Daniels is going to be the second best quarterback, but he will still be the offensive rookie of the year this year. But I believe he's going to be the second best quarterback in the NFL, and the best quarterback I think is going that coming out of the draft that I think is going to be in the NFL is going to be in my next video. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys all later. Peace.